futures market. Read that. You can enter debt to buy items. Oh my gosh. Yo guys, and welcome to ShayanGaming. Today I'm going to be talking about the pre-season update called Forge Your Path, which will be live on November 8th. And this is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe how much the game is changing. It honestly feels like a completely new game. So let's get straight to the madness. Runes and Masteries are essentially being combined to something that it's called Runes Reforged. All of the 60 new runes are free, and it's kind of like the Mastery system we had, so you don't really need to buy runes, I don't think. They're kind of just given to you. And there are some details about what they actually mean. So to keep things simple, there are 5 paths, as you can see here, and in each path there are 3 keystones, and these keystones are like the main things kind of each path. So in Precision, it's kind of like the ADC's path. There's Press the Attack, which, just as an example, I'm not going to go through all of them right now. It's attacking the same champion, grants endlessly stacking attack damage, and there's a video here as well, and that basically just goes on, and it's pretty cool. And in each of them, this is Domination. I'll get through each of them in a bit more detail in a bit. But yeah, later on, I'll go through this in more detail. But what happens is you have a primary path and a secondary path. And for example, your primary path, you'll choose one of the 5 paths. So let's say we're going ADC, we choose Precision. And don't worry, I'll get into details right now. I know it's a bit confusing. And then the Keystone is the most powerful part of the path, which is the, for example, Press the Attack, attacking endlessly grants, well, endless stacking at AD, which I mentioned earlier. So you can choose one of these 3, and then you can choose a greater rune, and then a rune and a rune. And then you do the same thing with the secondary path. You choose one of your main paths. Obviously the 4 left, you can't choose 2 Precision, that wouldn't really make sense. And then you can choose any of the runes that you haven't chosen that were keystones. But don't worry, I'm just skipping ahead just so you guys know how it all fits in. But let's go back to the beginning. So I guess I will go through each of the keystones so you guys know what they are. So Precision, we already, well, on the Precision, which is basically the ADC path, we spoke about Press the Attack, which is over here. And then Lethal Tempo, 1.5, well, let's click on it. 1.5 seconds after damaging a champion, you gain a large amount of attack speed. And this allows you to temporarily exceed the attack speed limit. So obviously champs which deal most of the damage on attack speed will probably like this a lot. Fleet Footwork is basically like Warlord's Bloodlust. As you attack and move, you get stacks, and then the next one heals you and grants increased movement speed. Domination, Electrocute, this is basically Thunderlord. Hitting a champion with 3 unique attacks or abilities in 2 seconds deals bonus magic damage. Predator, you can just imagine Warwick, but add an active effect to your boots that grants a large boost of movement speed and causes your next attack or spell to deal bonus damage. Now one thing I don't know is if you actually have to activate these things or if they're just like Masteries and they're just always there. That's the one thing I'm not sure. It's not actually on the PBE yet, but once it is, I'll find that out and let you guys know. Dark Harvest, champions, large minions, and large monsters drop Soul Essence on death. Touch souls to absorb them and deal bonus damage on your next attack based on total soul essence collected. And then Sorcery, you summon Airy, where your attacks and abilities send Airy to a target, damaging enemies or shielding allies. So I guess you can kind of like click. I don't know if you're meant to right click on your ally and it just shields them, but whatever you're trying to move there, I'm not sure how that works in detail. Arcane Comment, now this one looks a bit weird and some people are saying this kind of looks OP, and yeah, so hitting a champion with a spell has a damaging comment at them. Pretty crazy. Phase Rush is kind of like Thunderlords, but the opposite. Instead of increased damage, you get a burst of movement speed. I can't remember which mastery it was. There was one, well, on the current system that was similar, I think. Resolve, essentially the tank one. Grasp of the Undying, pretty much the same, I believe. Heals you after 4 seconds when you attack on a champion and permanently increases your health. Guardian, right click on an allied champion grants you both a shield. Now this might help with what I spoke about earlier, because I think once you're in range, if you right click them, then it makes a shield, so that would kind of make a bit more sense. Aftershock, after immobilizing an enemy champion, gain defenses and later deal a burst of damage around you. Now by the way, this gets very crazy because these are just the keystones, and don't worry, we'll get into Inspiration. Inspiration is kind of insane. Just so you guys know, they do give you a nice kind of quick summary. Improved attacks and sustained damage, burst damage and target access, empowered abilities and resource manipulation, durability and CC. Now Inspiration is kind of crazy, and this is probably going to be the coolest one, I'd say, or the most unique one out of them all. And before I go into it, I just wanted to go into a bit more detail about how it actually work in terms of the paths. So, as I said earlier, the keystones that we just saw above here, there are these 3 that are appearing here, and one of them's coming soon for Inspiration. But what we did was we went into Precision, we chose our keystone, and Greater Rune these are all new things. I'll let you guys see all of them. I'll scroll through all of them towards the end of the video so you guys can pause and read about them. They are kind of insane. There are some really crazy stuff. This one's like a mini game. Kill enemies to earn permanent lifesteal. And one thing that's really important, if you click on this, then when you hover over it gives you all the details. But even if you don't click that, you can just hold shift. So if I hold shift right now, it gives you the full details. But it's nice to have a really quick summary of it. I prefer that because League can get very long and essay-like sometimes. And then you choose another one. And then once you finish your primary path, now this is something interesting. So because we chose precision, which improves attacks and sustained damage, the game kind of knows your ADC. And as you can see, I can't scroll on it, but we see that I chose precision and domination, and it says plus 12% attack speed. And I think this is just a bonus you get no matter what you click, because as you can see, it also says plus 12% attack speed even if I click sorcery, and same resolve. Wow, I can't speak. But if you click on inspiration, it actually gives you more, and it's the same with anything else that you do. So if I click domination first, let's say I'm going an AP champ or something like that, and over here you can see now it says 10 AP or 7 AD adaptive, and this is the same numbers for all of these except for inspiration where it's more again. So inspiration is kind of I guess if you just want to go for more, but inspiration's not masteries. What do I call them now? I'm not gonna call them RRs, Runes Reforged, although RR just sounds like Jar Jar Binks or something. And just so you guys know, sorcery, if you click on that one, you actually get more. Wait, I think it's more. You get more AP and AD than if you click domination. So all of these are the same. And this one, of course, inspiration is more. And if you click resolve, which is the tanky one, they all give you 70 health, apart from inspiration, which gives you 105 health. And one thing weird happens when you click inspiration. It's actually pretty cool. It gives you a unique one for each one. So if you click precision, you get 10%. Okay, so you get 20% potion and excellent duration, and that's the same for all of them. You always get 20%. But in addition, you also get 10% attack speed if you click precision, 15 AP or 10.5 AD for domination, and for this time it's actually lower AP and AD if you click sorcery. So it's different to the rest, because before we said that sorcery usually has higher AP AD than domination when you're using it as your second path, but this time around it's actually higher the other way around, which I don't really know if that's a bug or if that's meant to be like that, but yeah, that's a thing. And if you click resolve, you get 56 health bonus. And this doesn't actually increase based on what you click here. So right now you can see it says 56 health. And if I click this, trust me guys, inspiration is insane. But it still says 56 health. And it's the same with the rest. So it's kind of a fixed thing no matter what you choose. Now let's go back to the inspiration keystones. Glacial Augment, your first attack against an enemy champion, slows them per unit cooldown. Slowing champions with active items shoots a freeze race at them, creating a lingering slow zone, which you'll see now. Boom, it's kind of like Victor's abilities. Summoner Specialist, this is insane. Get Summoner Shards. Yeah, okay, I just paused it. I think Summoner Shards you gain as you use your summoners. I'm not sure, but I think it just encourages you to use your summoners. And then you can exchange them. I don't know exact details of how much you need, but actually, I should be able to find out if I press shift on the RR creator. So right now you can click there and just click what you want. Yeah, I don't know the full details. I'm pretty sure it won't be in a way that's too OP, unless the whole game is just becoming OP and everything's OP and everything's just gonna be mad. And coming soon is, well, coming soon. Now I'm actually gonna start with showing you guys inspiration, because I think this is absolutely insane. And then I'll pause, well not pause, you guys can pause, and I'll just go through each of the abilities. I won't speak over it, that'll be long. But here we go. This is creative tools and rule bending. Keep that in mind. So this is Glacial Augment we spoke about. I just want to quickly go through the cool ones, but let's actually check the details of this. Gain 15% summoner spell cooldown reduction, and you can swap one of your summoner spells to a different one at the shop for 1 summoner shard. Gain your first summoner shard at 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes you can basically swap a spell at another every 6 minutes after, maximum 2 shards. So yeah, because as we saw in the clip, they swapped 2 at once, so I guess it must have been 8 minutes. Buying a smite won't grant access to smite items. Oh damn, you can't suddenly midway during the game become a jungler. You cannot have 2 of the same summon spells, okay? And I'm just gonna go through the craziest ones. Biscuit delivery is kind of cool. Get a free biscuit every 3 minutes until 12 minutes. Biscuits heal and maximally increase your max mana. That's pretty cool. And don't worry, I'll let you guys see the detailed one later on towards the end. And yeah, this is interesting. While Flash is on cooldown, it is replaced by Hex Flash. Hex Flash, channel for 2.5 seconds, to blink to a new location. I don't know what the range is. Cooldown 20 seconds, goes on a 10-second cooldown when you enter champion combat. Yeah, I really want to know the range for that. I don't really get the stopwatch thing. Start the game with a commencing stopwatch that transforms into a stopwatch, even though it is a stopwatch, after 6 minutes. Stopwatch has a one-time use status effect. Is it like Zhonya's? Reduces the hour... Oh, maybe, because Zhonya's is like an hourglass. Well, it is an hourglass, and then there's like a stopwatch. I think that might be what it means. Interesting. But here we go. This is the absolute crazy one. Is it? Yep. Futures market. Read that. You can enter debt to buy items. Oh my gosh. You have no idea how many times I joke with my friends like, oh, lend me some money so I can buy an item and I'll pay you interest. But you can basically do it now. But don't worry, it's not OP. I thought it would be OP, but it's not. You can enter debt to buy items. The amount you can borrow increases over time. Debt limit 150, which is what when you begin, I guess. You can buy 150 worth of items. And 5 every minute. So just as an example, after 10 minutes, you'd be able to just borrow 20 gold, and lending fee 50 gold per item. I'm not sure if that means you get charged 50p. I mean 50p, why am I saying p? 50 gold. I'm not sure if you get charged 50 gold when you suddenly generate 50 gold, or it just takes 50 gold away. So let's say you want to buy something that's worth 450, but you have 500 debt. Although then you just take 450 debt. I'm not sure how that works. It'll be interesting to see how it does work. And yeah, that's pretty much the crazy ones from Inspiration. And I'll probably, I'll just go through each of them in detail now for you guys to read. And before we do that, let's just watch this beautiful clip of, that's the Comet one that people are saying is going to look crazy. Pause there, probably looking at a shop, not paying attention, and rip. And now we got the, so I'm just going to call it the Warwick one because it's a wolf. Here's Hecarim going OP, bam, bam, bam. You're going to smite him to death, is he? Nope. Oh. Now we got this green one. I can't remember what this was. Oh, this is the deal damage around you, I think. I think he actually missed in this recording, which is kind of funny. But yeah. Okay, guys, before I go through all of these, I just wanted to say what do you guys think of this. I really want to know your comments in the comments below. Yeah, I think it really does make it a new game, and I actually am excited, even though it might be OP or whatever. This is going to be kind of cool. You're not going to lie. This looks really fun. But yeah. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't worry, it's not finished yet. I am going to go through everything. But yeah, leave a like. It will be super duper appreciated. And share it with your friends so you can tell them all about preseason. And yeah, let's go through all the abilities. For the people interested, on the November 7th, I believe it is, the patch notes of the preseason will be released, and of course November 8th, preseason itself will be released. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like if you did and subscribe for future videos, and see you guys in the next video. Adios!